Wow.
And I was like, yo. So I was like, I mean, I'm not that old. Like, I'm so, but you know how old people don't know shit. I'm not that old. But certain things I just don't dibble and dabble in. And I don't cheat, so why would I need secretive apps and things like that? So when he showed me that, I was like, wow. So when it comes to relationship nowadays, I'm not saying that I won't be in one. I'm not saying that God won't bless me with my king. I'm not saying nothing like that. But right now, I think focusing on myself. I have a 16-year-old, believe it or not. He plays golf. That occupies all my time. I am his caddy. So, and then having a 16-year-old while modeling, you got to be careful because kids are cruel. I don't need no coming at my son talking about I saw your mama on Instagram in the drawers. No.
Right. Okay. Okay. So you just condescend to that.
Yeah, exactly. So right now, my focus is on my health, my son. Like I said, if love comes about, I'm open for it. But right now, it's my son and my health. I feel like with modeling, you can be a advertisement model to the age 86 years old. And when I say advertisement, I mean when you pick up the Walmart advertisements and you see the girls and all that stuff, and that pays good money. Okay.
Really?
Yes. So I don't think the modeling, unless I get into like a crazy accident or something crazy, that'll always be there. Something I can go back to.
Really? So, what kind of guys are you into though?
I have a weird selection. Now that I'm older, I like older guys. I've always liked the older guys. I don't know why. I feel like older guys are more of a...
How older? Like 5 years older, 10 plus years
I'll
old?
go up to 10, 15 years older.
Wow, that's a significant age difference right there.
I will, because I just feel like older men... And don't take this offensive, young guys. Don't come for me.
Yeah.
But older guys they just take care of them. And even if they do step out and do things, they still make sure home is taken care of first. And young guys seem to just not care. It's just like, I mean, you find it's a handful of young guys that do care. Don't get me wrong. All men are not the same. And women are fucked up too. So please don't take it out of bashing men. No. We are fucked up as women, okay? But with that being said, what I'm attracted to, I like older men. It doesn't matter. I'm not he has to be a white man, black man, Indian. No, I'm not that type of person. Love has no color in my book.
Not even height or size or anything?
I don't like tiny guys. I feel like I could beat them up. I'm kind of tiny myself. And, you know, if you got bones and I got bones and we in the bed, I feel like we're going to start a fire. So that bone right here.
Right.
Ooh, that thing get your rubbing, boy. You get sparks flying in that bedroom. No.
Really? Okay. So you kind of like like teddy bear size, like...
It could be teddy bear size. It doesn't have to be teddy bear size. Because if you're a skinny guy and you actually go work out, you will gain muscle. You will gain and you will get bigger.
Right.
So he don't have to necessarily be a teddy bear, but he ain't got to have no six packs either. You know, I don't mind. I like different guys. I've talked to a heavier, bigger guy before, and that was cool.
But he got to be tall though, at least.
But I like big. Yeah, I'm 5'7", so I really don't like to bend down. You know, I like tall, broad. You know, shoulders big.
That's dope. Do you have an OnlyFans page as well? I see that trending on Instagram right now.
Yes, the OnlyFans. It's crazy you asked that. I have tons of people asking me why I haven't made one yet. I don't have one. Again, I'm a parent first. I'm not knocking nobody that has it at all. But when you got a 16-year-old, 15-year-old, you know, like I said, kids are cruel. And the last thing I need is, I went on your mom's Instagram and she got
bullies.
an OnlyFans page. I could pay, you know. I just can't break my son's heart like that. Now, when he turned 18, get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
OnlyFans, sex room, all that shit.
Okay.
But right now, I gotta be mom and can't do, you know.
Yeah, because a lot of kids can be bullies nowadays, you know. They can be very harass you online, so...
Yeah, so...
Online bullying is very serious.
And I'm just good with that. And don't get me wrong, them girls are making money, and if I could, I would. But, and I don't knock it. I know a lot of people say, that's prostitution, and that's being a hoe and a whore, and blah, blah, blah. Look, whatever floats your boat. At the end of the day, nobody walks in your shoes but you.
Right.
You know what you gotta do for you and your family, or what you and your needs. And if that's the case, you do what you gotta do. Just stay safe and do it correctly, that's all. I say be the best at what you can be. So if you and this motherfucker being OnlyFans, you better be goddamn Pinky and Cherokee out this motherfucker.
Right. Exactly. You better get it how you
That's
can.
all I got to say. If you gonna do it, you better goddamn do it.
I mean, if you're gonna be the best at it, be the best you can at it.
And my thing is with OnlyFans though, if I was to get into it, because it's so saturated, you have to think outside the box.
Right.
Don't judge me. There's some weird ass people in the world, okay?
Well, weird fetishes, yes.
So me, I would do it. I would do some dominatrix bondage type, wear a mask.
BMD?
Feet. A lot of men are into feet, believe it or not. I know this is gonna sound real crazy.
Go ahead and say it.
A lot of niggas are into farts.
Right. It's
really weird and crazy me even speaking about it.
Yeah.
I've had DMs with guys ask me would I fart for them and they would pay me. And I'm talking about black men. I ain't talking about white, Indian, no, black men.
Wow.
And I'm talking about young. I'm talking about in their 20s.
What? Okay.
Yes.
That's a peculiar fetish right there.
I know. So I would take that route because a lot of girls are not going that route.
What is your response to these guys when they come to you about these fantasies?
I let them. I'm not disrespectful. I let them know I'm flattered and I appreciate you being a fan and I thank you and keep dreaming. One day, I appreciate the people that meet me in public and notice and know who I am. I've had numerous women, men, older, younger, come up. Aren't you Octavia Bowers? Aren't you the lupus girl?
So are you famous?
No.
Or you're well known?
Probably more well known, not famous. Maybe one day, but you know what? I don't even want the fame. Give me the check back.
Okay, that's dope.
I'm not worried about fame. Nowadays, I feel like a lot of people try to be seen.
Clout chasers.
I'm trying not to be seen, okay? If you got real money, you trying not to be seen. Think about that.
Pay you in respects, not checks.
Exactly.
Pay you in checks, not respects.
So, I'm money in my bag.
Speaking on relationships that happened recently, Omarion, baby mother, is now currently talking to his ex-bandmate Lil Fizz, and they're together. So
Are they still talking? I thought they broke up. I thought she slept with a close friend, another friend.
Yeah, I believe so. I haven't researched that, but I know she talked to his bandmate Lil Fizz, and they was in the band together. So what's your thoughts on that? Being so close, him and Omarion and his baby mother, like.
Well, from my understanding, because I do my research, I dibble and dabble, look at the celebrities, what's going on in their lives. You can't help but to know, social media. From my understanding, Fizz and Omarion was never close to begin with. They was just bandmates. But I don't understand how could you be a bandmate and not close to that person,
right?
Especially when your kids growing up together. And then it's definitely a sense of betrayal somewhere in there, in that line. But at the same time, I don't judge. You got people in the world that slept with people's mamas, fathers, brothers, sisters, made families, So I kind of just mind my business. It's like, sip my tea, But at the end of the day, I mind my business. I don't.
Okay.
But I'm a fan of B2K all day.
Oh, really? Did you have tickets for the upcoming tour?
No, I don't have tickets. But like I said, and it's crazy because I thought about it. I was like, we should take it like back in the day, get our apple bottom jeans out and go.
Baby fat fur coat.
Yeah, so I didn't go though. But my last concert I did go to see, I went to see Megan Thee Stallion.
How was that experience?
I actually liked it. I love her. She's definitely hot. She's not a woman. She's a woman that's not afraid to speak her mind, her sexuality, and just she's from Houston, Texas. Even though I'm from up north, I love the South. Up north maybe, but the South raised me. So being, from the South, I just love her little slang. She reminds me of a female Pimp C, and I am a diehard Pimp C.
I love Pimp. He was just so what the word I'm looking for? Wow. Oh man, I can't think of the word. Unorthodox. It's another word I'm looking for. Flamboyant. He was so flamboyant, Pimp. That's why I feel like UGK was a perfect balance. You had Bun, Serious, and then he had Pimp, who was flamboyant.
He did. She just reminds me of a female version of them. And I also grew up listening. I moved to the South when I was kind of young, so I'm a little bit mixture of both. I grew up big 3 6 Mafia fan. So
me too.
He had Juicy J producing her tracks on her first I don't know if it was a mixtape or album, maybe a mixtape, that first one she dropped.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, my heart dropped. I am a Juicy J fanatic. Actually, when I did modeling back in the day, I've done a couple events that I hosted for Juicy J when he came to Columbia, South Carolina.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
dope.
I'm a big Juicy J fan, so when I saw that, automatically, oh, she has a fan over here.
What did she look like in person? Did she look the same in her pictures?
Oh yeah,
In
she
real?
looks the same. She is beautiful, thicker than a motherfucking Snicker. Do you hear me?
Really? So she's
Yes.
really like a stallion.
She is really up to her name. I hear a lot of people saying, especially from up north, y'all calling her a stallion. Stallion means a man, a male horse. Yes, it does. But in the South, a stallion means a fine, big, tall girl. And when I say big, I mean voluptuous, okay?
Mhm.
I'm talking tall, 6'1", 6'2".
How tall she is?
Ooh, I'm 5'7". She has to be at least 5'9", something like that.
And she had him heels, I believe, at
Yeah,
the...
and then had on heels. Like, oh man, she's a beast. I really love her. Actually, I believe it was her concert and Trey Songz.
Oh,
Trey Songz
dope.
came about too, and he did a wonderful performance. I
Uh-huh.
love Trey Songz. I'm a big Trey Songz fan.
Right.
He did acapella and had
Oh.
a band in the background, so it was really nice.
Was you out there doing the knees that she always do? They saying the Megan Stallion got knees.
Ooh, I'm old now, honey. I need icy hot. I can't do all that. Give me, as a matter of fact, you want to be sexy with me? We ain't feeding grapes. We feeding tums over here. I'm old now.
Oh, wow. That's a good saying right there.
I'm old.
Oh,
I ain't got the Megan Stallion knees.
the Megan knees.
I'm gonna go pop, pop, pop over here, no.
They getting too cranky.
Yeah, I can do it for 2 minutes and I gotta get back up and then I'm done.
Yeah, she's really young, though. She's probably one of the hottest artists in the game right now.
She is, and then she just had a song, Beyonce jumped on it.
Oh, yeah, Savage. What you thought about that song?
Oh, I'm a big Beehive fan.
Oh, wow. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I'm a big Beyonce fan, so I loved it. And then being a Megan fan, so it was like, wow, I got my 2 girls on it. I love it. I don't do all that TikTok challenges and stuff. But I definitely love the song.
Okay, with all the Black Lives Matter movement going on and being killed, do you feel like it's taking its thoughts off COVID right now?
It is. It's crazy that you ask about that. I have so many ways of looking at this. I'm one of those, I believe in conspiracy theories. I believe in all those good things. And it does just seem weird all of a sudden protesters coming about and all these things, and now you don't kind of hear about COVID as much. I think it's a little weird that all of a sudden when COVID first came out, couldn't find it in the black communities, remember? It was Asian and white communities.
Right.
Now all of a sudden it has shifted only to black communities.
Right.
That seems a little weird.
Yeah, that's crazy. Is anybody in your family, how your family doing with the COVID? Has anybody in your family got COVID?
No one in my family has it, but I do have a family member that has another family member. They're not my family, but they're their family. They passed away from it.
Oh, we sorry to hear about
Yes,
that.
I have like a third cousin. Her aunt, on her dad's side, passed away, and it hurt my heart. But another thing I noticed, and like I said, please don't. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I look at things from all angles. I just noticed that the people dying from it dies in the hospital.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed anyone dying from home with COVID-19.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a mouthful right there.
It doesn't take a rocket scientist or a genius to put 2 and 2 together. 2 and 2 make 4, not 5.
Absolutely.
And all I can say about this is, at the end of the day, the virus is very real. That's definitely established. But I think that they're using this virus to take advantage of us when it comes to the politics, because voting is this year for the president.
Right.
I feel like that has taken effect. Black Lives Matters, protests and all these things, that plays into effect. Them shutting the country down. Not just our country, countries.
Yeah, they shut multiple countries down. Like
Things
the world
like
down.
that. So it's just,
Yeah.
like I said, there's definitely a virus. Stay woke, stay cautious, still keep your hands sanitized, still wear your mask. But at the same time, be mindful of certain things. And when you hear certain sayings, when you're watching these newscasters speak, there's certain things, certain words you can pick up on that just don't sound right.
Yeah, with all the unarmed black men being killed on film and camera, you just see the George Floyd just spiral out of control the last 2 weeks, and then the guy from Atlanta. So how do you have conversations with your son about being pulled over by cops?
Oh, that's crazy. I've been luckily preparing him and talking to him about this since he's been 6 or 7. He's now 16 and he's learning to drive.
Yeah, I just seen that on Instagram. You teach him how to drive. That's dope.
And he's a big boy. My son is 16, just turned 16 in May.
Right.
He is 6'3" and weighs 210 pounds, okay? And with that being said, I am fearful of having a big black son. I have a big black brothers, homeboys, yourself. You know, I don't want nothing happening to y'all. It breaks my heart. But what I do is I sit them down. The way I was raised, respectful, respect, you know.
Right.
And kindness kills ignorance. So I tell him, you know, if you're ever stopped, hands where they can be seen at all times. First and foremost, cut your phone on so it can record, please. You know?
Yeah, that's your right.
Yeah, cut your phone on to record. Hands up in so they can see. Hands at all time. If you need to get something, please state, officer, I'm going, I'm getting, I'm reaching. Loud for them to hear. Don't do no crazy sudden movements. And it's a damn shame that I have to have this conversation with my black son.
It's crazy because
no white parents are having this conversation with
absolutely,
their white sons.
absolutely, totally racist, going on discrimination, prejudice. It's crazy that black men are getting shot and killed for having attitudes with the cops. It's ridiculous.
It's heartbreaking. It's, you know, it hurts my heart because, like I said, you know, I have a black son, I have a black father, I have a black brother, you know. And don't get me wrong, I'm half white too. My grandfather is white. One blue-eyed, one green-eyed, whitest little man you ever meet. But it does, you know, I just wish this would end. I wish it would stop. And what I try to tell people, you know, racism is very much alive. But I feel like with this police brutality, yes, they're shooting a lot more black people, but it's us against racism. It's us against the brutality. It ain't a black, white, just black, white, black, white. This ain't the 60s, this ain't the 40s. Don't get me wrong, racism is very much alive and prevalent. But I feel like with this, it should be us against the brutality, you know? Now you got sickening people in the world that claim they with the KKK and they with all this swastikas and all this crazy shit. Look, we ain't our ancestors. We ready. We with it.
Have you been protesting?
I said, you know, the swastikas and the KKK and all that stuff that they're wearing, trying to say that they're still here. That's fine. Y'all could be here. But guess what? We not our ancestors, and we are ready.
Absolutely. You know, we're not going for that. Have you been protesting in the city of Columbia?
Actually, I did go down to the Million Man March to see what was going on down there. The first protest I did go to, I had little family members, cousins, you know, everybody that went. And it was nice to be a part of something, a part of a movement. But at the end of the day, like I said, I just wish this would stop. I really wish. I'm just sick of it. I'm tired of hearing this person, that person. I'm tired of hearing the statistics. Why is there more black people dying?
Right.
You're taking this, for example, Dylan Roof. You know, I'm gonna speak about it. You know, Dylan Roof. Y'all took this man to go get McDonald's on the way to jail.
And then he was already missing for 3 days prior to that. So
you know, let's talk about that. But yet you have the guy that just was in Atlanta sleeping. He fell asleep through drive-through. Drunk or not, I don't care.
Yeah.
Go over, you know, all you had to do, you didn't have to shoot him. Y'all didn't have to.
Somebody's excuse was he took the taser from the officer. But why they didn't use rubber bullets or anything to mobilize him like they do when in the crowd? So,
not even that. There was just a white guy, the same scenario, same situation. And he's alive.
Exactly.
He stole the taser from the police officer, fought him, punched him and everything.
Right.
And he's alive. He's not dead.
And then the crazy thing, back to the Dylan Roof situation, he didn't even get the death penalty. I believe he just got 99 consecutive life sentences. But he should have got the death penalty, I felt like. Because he prayed with the members. While they had their head down praying, he just let off and just started killing everybody. So,
yo, it's crazy. It hurts my heart. I don't even like talking about stuff like this.
But it should be addressed, though.
And then it's even worse because I am a mixed child. So it's like hard. It's tension between families, households. The shit is crazy. But I do believe we will overcome. I think if we all come together, because, you know, I've been to these protests. There's a lot of white people out there marching for us. They standing up for us. They tired of this shit too.
Young or old?
Both.
Wow, that's good.
And I was shocked. You got a lot of white people. They were standing in front of the black men saying, no, y'all got to get through us before you touch them. And I was like, whoa, that's a major change. So we are changing, but it's a very slow, snail process.
That's dope.
And then I don't like talking about our president because we all know he's a fucking jackass.
Yeah, on Twitter every 2 seconds.
You know, I really don't even like engaging in the conversation of giving him that light of conversation. But you know, right now we have someone that's an idiot. He's very selfish, cares about himself. And he's just, we got to get him out. We got to do better. We got to try. We got to get him out. We just got to. We got to go out there and vote.
You think it's important for the black community to vote?
Got to. I know, y'all got to look at it this way. I know y'all feel like, well, my one vote don't count. My vote's not going to do anything. They don't even count our votes. They lie about counting the votes and all this. You know, I understand that. But at one point in time in history,
yes,
they caught you reading, writing, voting, looking at a white woman, anything. You were hung, you were lynched, you were killed. So on that aspect of not being able to do so is why I go vote. Once upon a time, black man, black woman couldn't vote. Then it went to women's rights, women couldn't vote.
Right.
So with that being said, whether the vote counts or not, I can say I went and did that and I feel like I tried to make a change. At least I tried. Even though it's one little vote, I tried. You know, I say do it for yourself. Because like I said, once upon a time, if this was 40, 50 years ago, me and you couldn't vote.
Absolutely. So
white women couldn't vote either.
People need to take advantage of this privilege.
And that's what I mean. And this is what I try to explain to my son as a 16-year-old when it comes to schooling. A lot of these kids, I don't go to school, I hate school. Trust me, I know, I hate school too. But once upon a time, if you was caught reading and writing, your ass was dead. So on that aspect of knowing that history is why you should want to read, why you should want to write, why you should want to vote. Things like that.
That's right. That's right. Knowledge is power, though. A lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people don't realize.
I tell people all the time, no question's a dumb question. Like that saying when you used to tell us when we were little, and ask a question, it's okay. It's true. No question's a dumb question. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is key. And if you don't know, ask. How are you going to know if you don't ask? How are you going to know if you don't research? We live in the times where everything is at our fingertips. You have a $1,000 phone, I'm pretty sure, because everybody do.
Right.
You can Google and find out any goddamn piece of information you want.
Right.
Anything from history, to politics, to stocks, to bonds, anything at your fingertips. Y'all should think about that.
Absolutely. Do you believe people read like they're supposed to?
No. I don't even do it like I'm supposed to.
Yeah, I guess that messed up my next question. I'm going to ask you what the last good book you read.
Yeah, nobody reads like they're supposed to. Actually, the last book I read was Charlemagne the God's book, believe it or not. I have it at home. I read his book, and it was a really good, interesting
What's the name
book.
of it?
What is the name?
Black Privilege, I believe?
I think so, yeah, something privileged. But I read it about 2 months ago, so it's been a while since I picked it back up, and I'm horrible. I shouldn't be reading again. But it's an interesting book. Believe it or not, I actually have a library in my house. I believe in keeping books. Even if I don't read them, I believe in keeping them.
Essential.
You know, actually, you know what I would like to go find?
Right.
Do you remember the old school encyclopedias from back in the day? The whole joints that we used to...
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I would like to find an old school set just to keep in my house to say I have that.
You know what? That's really important because, you know, a lot of people are boarding up Hibbett Sports, like, you know, sneaker stores, but I don't see nobody boarding up bookstores because people don't read. That's sad.
It really is. Reading is fundamental. Like we said, knowledge is power. You got to read. I mean, you read every day, don't you? You're reading the signs before you get off the interstate. You're reading the sign before you go in the store, you know? So what I tell people, and I tell myself this too, even if it's 5 minutes a day, just 5 minutes. Set your timer for 5 minutes a day before you go to bed and just read something. It could be a magazine, it could be your Bible, anything you want. It could be to your kids, if you got little kids, you know, that's still reading.
Reading is very important. Well, I appreciate you having you on the channel. I see you got the Jordans on. You showing right quick?
Yeah, I mismatched today. Y'all don't kill me. Don't go too hard on me. I got an Adidas shirt on with a Puma sports bra with my old Jordans at that, my beat up old Jordans at that.
That's dope.
I'm being a mom today. I'm not in model mode, so y'all are getting the real deal OCTAVIA Bowers, the real deal beautiful Lupus. I got no makeup on. I'm mommy mode. We just came from golf practice, believe it or not.
That's dope.
So this is all of me. Y'all see it, the real deal. I don't sugarcoat. I keep it real. And it was a pleasure being here, speaking to y'all. I appreciate y'all listening.
I appreciate you having on the channel, though, man. We got to have you on again.
Most definitely. I'll definitely be back. Again, y'all follow me. My Instagram is Beautiful Lupus, all one word, and then underscore at the end. Real simple, real easy. I have some things about lupus, some things about life, a few beauty things. I'm getting into that, you know. And then me, of course, you get to see pictures of me.
Really, that's dope. Well, we appreciate having you. Thank you.
Well, appreciate it. Y'all have a great day.